You know, one of the great joys about working on Escape to the Country is, of course, the opportunity to see some really beautiful bits of the British Isles, and this beach behind me is just one of them. But it's also home to a unique seaside resort that's based on a novel. So where are we?
In today's show, I'll be helping a couple who have lots of gusto, but by their own admission, are rather inexperienced in the art of house pricing.
Well,
You're well wrong, Jeff.
you're both well wrong.
What?
However, our lineup of properties certainly seems to strike a chord.
I love this idea of the old with the new.
Yes.
I really do.
Well, today we're in North Devon, and this is the beach at Westward Ho. Now, Westward Ho is famous for two things in particular. One, it's the only place name in the UK that ends with an exclamation mark. And the second thing is that really this shouldn't be here at all. In 1855, a guy called Charles Kingsley wrote a book called Westward Ho. And in 1863, a Victorian entrepreneur by the name of Lord Portsmouth, keen to cash in on the book's success and, of course, the growing interest in Victorian seaside resorts, built it on an empty stretch of beach. Clever bit of marketing, really.
Forming the central part of the southwestern arm of England, Devon is blessed with beautiful coastline, including those expansive shores around Westward Ho. Its numerous creeks and bays are home to a raft of sailing enthusiasts who maintain the county's link with a nautical tradition that stretches back many centuries. Moving inland, Exmoor is one of Devon's two national parks and home to a protected landscape shaped both by nature and agriculture. The second, Dartmoor, is notoriously the wildest of the West Country moors, which, although rugged, still possesses a timeless beauty. So, whether it's countryside or coast, the vision of rural England that Devon conjures up remains a compelling option for many aspiring escapees.
Now, let's face it, we'd all love to live beside the seaside if we could, but house prices in seaside resorts over the last decade have risen dramatically, in some areas by as much as 128%. And of course, in hotspots such as Devon, Cornwall and even Dorset, gains have been even higher. Here in Devon over the last 10 years, your average detached has risen from £149,000 to almost double. But for all the financial woes that come with this sort of setting, house hunting here remains as popular as ever.
And here are some of the offerings currently on the market. A traditional Devon thatched cottage in Weir, Gifford could be yours for £285,000. Inside, the brickwork and beams in the kitchen add a quirky charm, and it's complemented by the wood frame conservatory. Outside, the garden includes mature fruit trees. Priced at £565,000, this six-bedroom home in Combe Martin has been sympathetically extended to offer up great-sized rooms for modern living. It includes features such as the stone fireplace with wood burner in the living room and a kitchen complete with a range. Outside, the land amounts to a generous 6.5 acres. And for those with deep pockets, this 18th century former mill house in Lurley is priced at £685,000. It provides a harmonious mix of authentic features such as the huge ingle nook in the sitting room and a newly bespoke fitted kitchen. Along with 5 bedrooms, there are just under 4 acres of land.
Well, no surprise, some wonderful properties in this gorgeous county, a place which I hope today's buyers may eventually call home.
Phil, a retired RAF wing commander, and Jenny, a former nurse, have been married for 25 years and are currently in their 14th home. After living around the world in married quarters, this 5-bedroom Georgian terrace in Worcester was in fact the first home they ever bought, and even that was just 5 years ago. However, now their 2 children have flown the nest, they plan to embark on a completely different adventure together.
We think the time is right to move now because I retired from the Royal Air Force Regiment last year after almost 34 years. The children are both starting work in London, and we think, OK, that's it. You know, we have to draw a line now and move on with the next phase of our life. And we've always wanted to go and live by the sea.
We want to move to the coast because I was born on the Isle of Wight. I've lived all the time by the sea as a child. In all our postings, we always seem to have been near the sea somewhere as well. And I have this vision of myself walking the dog along the coastal paths and just enjoying the fresh air and looking at the sea.
But Phil's list of pursuits are far more adrenaline-fueled.
I like kite surfing, and I want to get Jenny into kite surfing. Both the children kite surf, and we both want to learn to surf. Now, you know, old dogs, new trick, might not work, but we're determined to try before we're too old.
Meanwhile, Jenny's love of entertaining is a key factor in what she wants from their next house.
I would love a nice big kitchen / family room because I would just love to have lots of people around me in my big kitchen, cooking them meals and drinking glasses of wine in my big kitchen. A garden, more than a courtyard. Not necessarily acres and acres, but I would nice to have a garden. He wants to have chickens, so...
Well, yeah, I like
no,
eggs.
yes, no, chickens.
But I think I'm rapidly turning into a grumpy old man and, you know, becoming increasingly intolerant of other people, so privacy would be nice. You know, just our own little piece of land and an Englishman's house is his castle.
But not
that sort of
deserted.
thing. Well, deserted-ish. Compromise, darling.
All that said, they're pretty open-minded on the style of their next property.
We do prefer something with a bit of character. I used to say I wouldn't look at modern houses, but nowadays I keep looking at modern houses and they're not. Some modern houses are made to look quite old and they look quite nice.
With their house on the market for £485,000, they've already pinpointed how much they can spend on their move to Devon.
Our budget for the next property is £500,000, but that is absolutely the top whack.
Now, of course, it's a very common thought to want to take your home with you and transport it somewhere new. But there's more to a home than just bricks and mortar. They're made up of thousands of, hopefully, very happy memories. Now, there's no doubt that Phil and Jen, with their infectious lust for life, will fill their new home with plenty of those. I've just got to find it for them. But as ever, that could be easier said than done.
Fortunately, Phil and Jenny are pretty flexible about location, although clearly being near the coast is an important factor. However, we may need to venture inland to get them the most we can for their money. We've lined up 3 delightful but very different Devon homes for them to see, but as ever, they won't find out the price of each until they've had a guess first. The last of these is our mystery house, which could see them rolling up their sleeves for a shot at their dream home.
Well, Phil, Jen, lovely to see you down here at long last.
Thank you.
This is quite a moment, isn't it? Because, as I understand it, this could be the second house that you've bought in your married life.
I know, frightening, isn't it? I know, we've only had, well, yes, one house of our very own. We've had 15 homes in our 25 years of marriage.
And this, of course, is down to service life, Phil.
Yeah, it is. We've just traipsed around the world. No complaints. It's been great. It's been an absolute blast, but you know, we want to settle down now.
Now, just give us a sense of the sort of property that you're after, because you've lived in so many. I know character is top of the list.
I think entertaining for me is a big love of mine. So I think a big kitchen,
Yeah.
Big homely, maybe a nice big log burner, stove, something like that.
Yeah.
I do love family and I love friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that for me would be lovely.
And at long last, having these permanent routes where everybody knows where to find you.
Yeah, that's true. I think in our people's address books, so, you know, there's so many crossings out and changes of address for us.
Yeah.
So,
We're going to save a fortune on change of address cards, so we're going to put that towards the house.
Yeah, good. Well, let's talk about the money then, Phil, as we've reached that point. Around about £500,000.
yes.
God, is it?
Yeah.
When you put it like that, it
I
sounds
know.
pretty good.
£500,000,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
it.
but
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Never thought
£500,000.
of it as £500,000. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will that work?
I think it'll work, yeah, I think so.
hope so.
I mean, the thing about this part of Devon is that you're never that far from the coast, and of
No.
course you've got Exmoor to play with as well. So you are spoilt for choice, and I know the outdoor life is something that you've both, you know, really put, you know, centre stage of what you've got up to over the last
Yeah.
25 years.
Yes, it is.
So, you know, let's see what we can find you.
Good.
Great.
Follow me.
Look forward to
Come
it.
this way.
With a top budget of £500,000, Phil and Jenny would like their Devon home to come with character features and provide them with a large sociable kitchen diner for the family. Outside, they want to upsize on garden space for barbecues and keeping chickens. And it also needs to have good access to the coast for surfing and dog walking. So putting character and coast at the top of the agenda, we kick off our property search in the village of Bucks Mills. Along with a post office and local shop, it also has a footpath which leads down to the sea. Among the array of traditional and stone-built cottages is our first house, which is just a 15-minute walk from the coast and provides them with much more than first meets the eye.
There we are. Well, let's just sort of settle here and take it all in. Property number 1.
Wow, yes.
Yeah, first impressions, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted character.
We have got
It has
character. Thatch, I'm a bit worried about thatch.
Yeah, can
Do you know what?
reassure us about the third?
I can reassure you, you know, it's a material that's been used for roofing for centuries. This is Norfolk reed. It's good for, I'd say, another 25, 30 odd years.
It looks terrific insulation, is it?
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's fantastic stuff. How old do you think it is?
Ooh,
Actually, I suspect not that old. I think it's maybe made to look old. I don't know. Look
You
around
may
the-
be right, sir.
Really?
This was built in 2006.
joking, really.
It's true.
The whole thing is brand new.
It's because it's got new windows and things
Yeah.
like that, hasn't it?
Come on, let's have a look inside.
This house may only have been built a few years ago, but the features inside give it real traditional integrity.
Right, come on in.
Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
Got that nice little cottagey feel.
Yes,
But I know
it does.
entertaining is a thing, Jen, so come and have a look in here. Dining
It
room.
is. Oh, nice, yes. Yes.
Yeah?
I love these
Nice little
things.
window seats and so on.
Yeah.
Really nice detailing, this.
Yeah.
For something that's new, yes.
Yeah.
They've made it look very old.
Come and have a look in
Terrific.
here. This is quite sweet. This is the main sort of living room. Now, you wanted a great big wood
this-
burner.
I did. That's what I said this morning.
There you go,
Right,
yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely and cosy, isn't
big,
it?
Yes,
Yeah.
a nice
Yeah.
big log
Very
burner
warm,
stove there.
inviting room.
Yeah. I mean, somewhere they've managed to find a bread oven.
I was just going to say that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the attention to detail to make it feel older than it is, I
Yeah.
think is second to none, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
It's super.
Very nice.
Really nice.
Great responses. Let's see if they warm to the kitchen.
Okay, Jen.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah?
Oh, look at that. Yes, lovely.
I mean, is it big enough is the key question.
Well, I suppose, yes, because you've got this big open space here, haven't you? I suppose it depends on the storage. You don't quite know what's behind all the cupboards.
Off the kitchen, a utility room does give Jenny extra storage space for white goods. But we'll head upstairs to explore the 3 bedrooms, which are all of a good size. They include a double room with sloping ceiling and a second potential double currently set up as a study. There's also a spacious family bathroom, which is furnished in a simple rustic style. But let's take a look at what could be their new sleeping quarters.
And this is the master.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, wow. Look at that bed. Our bed
Come on
at
in, mate.
home-
Don't be shy.
Our bed at home is huge, so this room would certainly fit our bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent.
If this were the real thing, let's say 17th century, space for wardrobes
Not a consideration.
is not a consideration. It never was.
Yeah, central heating wasn't big in the 16th century.
Well, no, indeed.
We've got a radiator.
And the floors are all level, but you know, nice and
No,
bare.
I love this idea of the old with the new.
With the house covered, I think Phil and Jenny have seen the merits in this modern reworking of a character cottage, which leaves them with absolutely nothing to do. Outside, there's a garage and a workshop, plus half an acre of garden, which should please Phil, as there's plenty of space for his chicken coop. But how much does it all cost?
You've seen the house now. Modern, characterful thatched cottage. Built in 2006. We are only, what, a mile and a half from the sea. How much is it worth?
Jen?
445.
I would have said 475.
475.
I think, but I don't know what a premium we pay for being close to the sea.
Well, you are going to pay a premium.
Oh, so I'm wrong.
Well,
You're well wrong, Jen.
you're both well wrong.
What? There goes your conservatory.
This is on the market now for 525.
Oh, wow.
But then we have to take it as is. There's nothing we can do to it because we have no more dosh.
No. No.
You couldn't even have paid to clean the windows. That's it.
But,
Wow.
you know, I mean...
And that's because of the proximity to the sea, is it?
Always going to be a premium.
Yeah.
Always going to be.
Well,
That's the way of these things.
Yeah.
You know, we all love to live by the seaside. Well, look, go and have a look,
Okay.
and I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Off you go.
Granted, our first property is over budget at £525,000, but a sensible offer could land them a character home which gives them practically everything on their wish list, as it provides them with 2 reception rooms bursting with features and great for entertaining. It also has a large kitchen diner, and upstairs, the 3 bedrooms include a huge master suite. And it's all wrapped up in a generous half-acre plot in their perfect location, within walking distance of the sea.
It's nice to be so close to the coast. I guess it would only be a 5-minute drive, which would be lovely for me and my dog walking. And you can see the sea from upstairs windows, so that's nice. I do like a kitchen full of people, and I think this kitchen is small, so there would be a lot of shoulder rubbing. We do have a lot of furniture we've collected over the years, and I'm not sure where it would fit in.
Neither Jenny nor I were looking for a new build, and yet here's a property built in 2006, and I love it. But it's built along sort of 17th century lines and style. I know there is scope to put a 4th bedroom above the outhouse, but we wouldn't have any money to do anything to the outhouse. So I think a lot of that £500,000 is a premium for being so close to the coast.
Ah, Jen, out you come. Happy?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, really interesting. Thank you.
I mean, I think that outbuilding also offers you a few other possibilities with this one. And you don't have to do it all at once.
I hope not, because we don't have any money to do it.
Come on.
The North Devon coastline is peppered with some gorgeous villages, such as Bury Narber, which is situated in a designated area of outstanding natural beauty. And there's no doubt that its charming cottages and 15th century church have certainly helped it win a host of awards for the best kept village over many years. To maintain their love of water sports, Phil and Jenny would need to head to nearby Croyd, and just a couple of miles from there is an area known as Lee Bay. In order to acquaint them with the natural spoils of Devon's shores, earlier in the week we sent them to meet Paula Ferris, the founder of the charity Coastwise, to discover some of the rich marine life that lies hidden in the scattering of rock pools at low tide.
Now here we come to an upper shore rock pool, and this limpet is feeding, and it will move up to 1 metre or so a day.
A metre?
And as it moves, it leaves a little trail, so that when it wants to go back to its home, where it started, it can follow that trail back. And at its home, it grinds itself into the rock so that it fits really snugly. And if the rock pool evaporates, as it will do in summer, it's got a little bit of moisture in its shell that will stay there because of the snug fit it has to the rock. It's very clever. It starts off as a male, and as it gets older, and my female colleagues say, and wiser, it becomes a female.
Certain types of anemone also thrive in these bright shallows.
It's called snakelocks anemone. It's green because of the algae that it has in its tentacles, which photosynthesize and provide it with food, with sugars. They can supplement the food they get from the sun by capturing food in their tentacles, and they fire tiny little darts at their prey. Children like to put their fingers in and feel the tug, and if they then go and rub their eyes, then they would be in trouble, and their eye would react very adversely.
Good Lord, it's all kicking off in the rock pool, isn't it?
And as their reconnaissance mission continues, Phil lands a surprise catch.
Oh, great!
What is
Great. You've got a blenny. Lovely, quite a good size blenny too.
Really? Ah, it's a good size, good size.
Common blenny or shani.
Do you want to put him in here?
Favourite fish of rock pool.
Look at him.
He's a shore fish, which means he can breathe in or out of water. They take on the colour of their surroundings, so the longer he stayed in that white tray, the paler he will get.
Actually, you can see him going pale.
It's a real lesson in how all these species have developed different survival strategies to cope with the unpredictable tidal conditions. If you fancy rock pooling, it's advisable to start out in an organised group as the tide can suddenly turn. But of course, the golden rule is to be respectful of these largely hidden but fragile gems. In a bid to get Phil and Jenny more for their money, our house search continues inland, close to the town of South Molton, giving them a 45-minute drive to the coast. With its Georgian buildings and range of shops, it's certainly an appealing location to explore. Our second property is set on a hill with fantastic views down the Tor Valley and comes in the form of a barn conversion dating back to the early 1900s.
Which one is it?
I don't know, I'm confused.
So am I. Tell me it's all of it.
I'd love to tell you it was all of it, Phil. It's that bit there.
Okay.
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 So technically, we're in something of a sort of semi-detached situation.
Yeah.
We are.
But you've got an acre and a half that goes behind it that way,
What,
Okay.
just for us?
just for you.
Okay.
So you've got plenty of garden space for Marlowe,
Yes.
but we are within this sort of courtyarded arrangement.
Good for neighbours.
Again, probably something you wouldn't have looked at on paper, I suspect.
Yes, you're right.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what they
But
make of
we're
the inside.
open-minded, Jules.
Yeah, as ever. Good, lead on.
That's the spirit, Phil, because the way in which this barn conversion's been renovated will certainly put a smile on their faces.
Okay, Jen. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
This isn't probably what you were expecting
No, it's not. Not
from the
at all.
outside.
No, that's
A
good.
little bit bigger than this morning's kitchen. So
Yes.
Obviously, it's a nice kitchen now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very expensive kitchen. The other thing to point out is that, bearing in mind the neighbours, to our left there, that whole wall has been soundproofed downstairs and upstairs professionally. So you can't hear a thing.
Oh, that's a plus.
They really have gone for it. Underfloor heating throughout, upstairs and down here.
Oh, wow, look at this kitchen. It's nice.
It's brand new. Everything stays as well.
Very nice. Yeah, fab kitchen. Love it.
I can certainly see the family in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's good. Lovely.
All the young 20-somethings as
Lovely.
well. Yeah, good.
Okay,
Yeah.
happy. All
Very
right.
nice, very
Phew.
nice.
Upstairs
Yes.
is not what you think either.
Right.
Really? It's the living room. Come and have a look at this. Yeah.
Down here, there's also a lobby next to the staircase, which is currently being used as a study. But let's see what they make of the main event on the next floor.
So this is quite different.
This is nice too, isn't it? Lovely.
And for all the fact that it's brand new, we've got you a wood burner.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah?
I like it.
Very good.
The nice thing about this, it's quite clever, because I think if they put the living room downstairs, A, they wouldn't have got as many bedrooms in the place, because we've got 3 down there for you to look at.
Okay.
And you wouldn't have had this. And I think making use of this vaulted ceiling with the light and so forth
Yes, it is
Yeah.
nice.
is
much
ideal.
Yeah,
nicer,
it is
isn't
lovely.
Yeah. No, it's lovely. Yeah. Yeah.
You've quite lit up, Jen.
Yeah,
Actually.
I like it. No, I like it. I do like it.
Good.
I think it's because it's light.
Time to head back downstairs, where there's a beautifully high-spec family bathroom and the 3 bedrooms. There's a single and a nice-sized double guest room with access out to the garden. But let's check out the master, which has the added bonus of an ensuite.
Very nice.
Come on in, Phil.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, nice. Very nice.
Because, of course, we didn't have an ensuite with our earlier one.
No, we didn't. No. No, I love it. It's a really nice room.
We've got this engineered oak floor, underfloor heating again here. So nowhere's encumbered with radiators and so forth, so you can put your furniture where you want.
It is beautiful. Yeah, it's
I don't know anything
beautiful.
about
finish.
underfloor heating. Is it efficient? Is it a...
It's incredibly
Yeah.
efficient.
Is
It's
it?
the most efficient way of doing it. It's
Really?
always on low. It just maintains a lovely heat. And of course, this being a new build, everything will be insulated.
Yeah.
And there's no point having a great heating system if the walls aren't insulated. This is. All the windows are double glazed and soundproofed again. So you'll be as warm as toast.
Yeah. No, it's
Lovely.
beautifully
No,
made.
very nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go out there
Okay.
and see if we can work
Yeah.
some magic, yeah?
Yeah, it's a nice day for it.
This pristine high-spec barn conversion serves up a ready-made home, whilst giving them plenty of space for the children and friends to spread out in. Outside, the property is surrounded by a large secluded patio. But whilst the neighbouring properties are a plus for Jenny, I suspect Phil may have reservations. However, the elevated setting of their 1.5 acres is a great vantage point from which to soak up those stunning countryside views.
Let's have a think about the price then.
Clearly no.
Who went first last time?
I did, and I got it drastically wrong.
Oh,
so
Struth. So
you
no,
can
no
go
pressure.
first.
No.
I would say 470.
470, yeah.
OK, I'll say 495.
495.
And no garage.
And no garage.
470 and maybe a garage.
Well, you definitely get a garage for 425.
425?
Well, that's what this is.
Could be.
Well, 425. Yeah.
I think the price is
That's
quite
made you
interesting.
smile, hasn't it?
Well, it's a 3-bedroom house. We've just been to a 3-bedroom house. 525, £100,000 different because we're half an hour inland.
Yep, and you get a view, and you get an acre and a half.
And close neighbours.
Go on, off you go. I'll catch up with you later.
Cheers, Jim.
Priced at £425,000, our high-spec barn conversion is significantly under budget and gives them that immaculate kitchen diner which Jenny loved. It also has an upstairs living room with a wood burner. The 3 bedrooms include a lovely master ensuite, and it comes with 1.5 acres of land with good views.
House number 2, I just loved the kitchen. It's just fabulous. It's a really, really great kitchen to entertain. I can just see my family here all sitting around the table, and it would be lovely. The bedrooms, they're a bit smaller than I'd hoped for, maybe. And, well, really, for the amount of furniture we have, we seem to have a lot of furniture to fit in.
It's beautifully appointed, it's wonderfully well done, and it's £100,000 less than the house the first property we looked at, which goes to show the premium you pay for being close to the coast. So, sure, financially it's attractive. But I think, you know, as I get older, I must recognise that I'm becoming increasingly grumpy and I value my privacy. And I just think this house, it's too close to other houses. I mean, it's effectively a terraced property.
Right, guys, out you go. So that was it, the end of property number 2.
Yeah.
Glad you've seen it?
Oh yes, for sure.
I mean, I know it's not something you'd have looked at on paper, but we are building a picture of what's available here in Devon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have we spent your money yet, I wonder? That nervous laugh says it all. Come on, follow me.
With evening falling over the Devon countryside, Phil and Jenny have a chance to sleep on what they've already seen, as the first day of our house search draws to a close. They may be retiring, but dynamic duo Phil and Jenny don't plan to rest on their laurels when they move from their Worcester townhouse to Devon. With separate passions for surfing and socialising, they are pretty green about the process of house buying after spending most of their married life in armed forces accommodation. As a result, finding a large family home they love, near the coast and for their budget is proving a real challenge. So for our mystery house, we're going to ask them to rough it.
It's very me.
Is it?
It's a bit shabby and it's me.
It's a bit...
Shabby, rundown.
And I catch up with some of our previous house buyers who are now enjoying the good life.
Well, one more day and one more property to come. It is, of course, mystery house time. Now, with our final property, I am taking a little bit of a gamble. But you know what they say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So far, I get the sense that we haven't quite swept you off your feet.
Yeah, that's probably true. But it's been really worthwhile. I think there's a lot to be said. You gain a lot from looking at properties that are not necessarily right. You learn a lot from it. So, yeah, but we're looking forward greatly to today and the Mystery House.
I hope you like it, I really do. It'd be lovely to see you both get sorted and get down here as quickly as possible.
Yeah, amen to that.
For our mystery house, we're staying inland as we head to Dalton, which is about half an hour's drive from the coast. It's a thriving village complete with 3 pubs, a post office and a well-stocked local shop. Tucked away off a quiet country lane and surrounded by open farmland with just one neighbouring house, our mystery property comes in the form of a Grade 2 listed stone barn conversion, and with this offering, we're throwing down the gauntlet of a project.
It's the mystery house for several reasons. One, everything else we've shown you so far has been in tip-top condition.
You've sussed this out, right?
OK, which is lovely because it gives you the choice of having something you can move straight into.
Yeah.
And you can move straight into this one, but as you can probably tell from the outside, it does need a little bit of TLC. However, it is by far the biggest property
Well, that sounds good.
that we've been able to offer you.
I'm
Good.
pleased already.
I like it, actually. Yeah, it's right up
My
there.
first impressions are good.
OK, let's have a look inside.
Jules, you don't sound so sure.
While our mystery property needs a bit of work, hopefully they'll find the potential of the kitchen an exciting prospect.
Yeah, have a look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in. What do you think?
I love it. It's very me.
Is it?
It's a bit shabby and it's me.
It's a bit...
Shabby, run-down, bastion. Needs tender, loving care.
Well, I was a bit worried, you see, because I thought you'd responded so well to the very pristine finish of the previous two
I
properties.
think that's what I always strive for, but I know that I am more shabby than pristine.
OK. I mean, it's massive. I mean, you wanted
It's
a big
great.
farmhouse
Oh,
kitchen, and this is
absolutely.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get any bigger, do you?
No. What I can tell you is that all the walls have been lime rendered, which is terrific, because that means it breathes. They've gone about it, you know, with an eye to, you know, proper kind of building conservation.
At the back of the kitchen is a handy utility area, and the entrance hall benefits from a spacious cloakroom. But let's take a look at the main sitting room.
Come and have a look.
Very nice.
Go
I
in,
love
Phil.
it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Little gallery, yeah.
I mean, you can see where it needs a little bit of
Yeah,
attention,
yeah.
but you get a real sense of this lovely lime plaster that's been put on the inside here.
I just love the sense of space. I mean, it's fabulous. And light.
There's a lovely multi-fuel burner in there, so you've got a lovely focal point to the room as well. And these well, two sets of double doors here going out to a terrace, which is gravelled at the moment, but again, you can improve that if you wanted to. And you can just get a sense of the sort of views beyond.
I love it. I love it. There's so much space.
Well, this is just a part of it.
Really?
The secret little door at the end leads to a surprise annex that we'll visit later. But for now, we'll turn our attention to what lies upstairs off the galleried landing. Here, there are 4 bedrooms which file off the hallway, consisting of 2 doubles and a single. And they all make use of the family bathroom. But we'll head straight to the main bedroom to see if it meets Phil and Jenny's expectations.
Oh, nice. Nice size
yeah.
again, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got the space in the seat, you know.
Yeah.
You've got that feeling of space.
Yeah, terrific.
And
Is
it's
that
en suite.
Yeah.
It's en suite.
Yeah. Could we get our bed in here?
Maybe.
Probably, couldn't we?
Maybe.
Across that way?
Well, our tour is far from over, as our mystery house also gives them an annex, which will hopefully fire the imagination of our project novices.
So this is a whole new thing. I mean,
It is, isn't it?
it just goes on, doesn't it? At the moment, as you can see, it's something of a sort of self-contained flat, if you like, really.
Yeah.
Upstairs here, we've got you 2 more bedrooms, which I'm going to let you explore a little bit later.
Okay.
That is a dedicated wood burner, not multi-fuel.
Okay.
But again, it's got all the elements. There's a little kitchen area and so forth.
Yeah,
It's a
indeed.
good house for Christmas, this. It's a good Christmas house.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually a lovely house. I
Yeah,
love it. It's got so much potential.
Now, they didn't ask for an annex, but our mystery property seems to be unlocking options they previously hadn't even thought about. Outside in the courtyard, there's also a double garage, which could be a useful storage space for all their outdoor sports gear. But we'll head back through the living room to the garden and the fantastic views over open fields beyond.
So,
Lovely.
Very nice.
you know what's coming next, don't you?
Oh, I'm not good at this, you know.
I'm going to get you to go first.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
How much is it on the market for, Jen?
Taking everything into consideration, I reckon 420.
For 20, yeah?
And I'm going to hope for 400. 400.
Hope for 400. Your budget is £500,000.
Yeah.
You clearly need to spend a bit of money here. This is on the market for offers in excess of £430,000.
Ooh, I was closest.
Now,
Yeah,
yes,
all right.
now, but it is open to sensible
Yeah,
offers,
yeah,
which I think would bring
yeah.
it in under 430.
Yeah.
So you may not be far off.
It has potential. It really does. I mean,
It
I
has
think...
got Day family written all
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, good. Right, well, look, go and explore
Yes,
the Day
please.
family home.
Yeah.
Off you go. I'll catch up with you later. Brilliant. Well, I have to say, that was the result. Our mystery house may have come up trumps. I was a bit nervous about this one because the finish wasn't as perfect as our previous 2 properties, but they love it.
At £430,000, Phil and Jenny still have the chance to see where a reasonable offer might get them. This property gives our buyers a jaw-dropping family sitting room, along with a massive kitchen diner. There are 4 bedrooms with a master ensuite, plus there's a 2-bedroom annex thrown into the mix.
I just love the kitchen. It's me. It's just got Jenny Doe written all over it. It's lovely. It's homely. It's a bit sort of scruffy around the edges, but that's me really, so it's good. I love the kitchen. The separate dwelling is really interesting, and it's kind of sparked off another interest in me, because originally I had thought of bed and breakfast or maybe self-catering contained annex, you know, some holiday let or something like that. But I'd put it to the back of my mind thinking I couldn't afford it. But now I'm thinking maybe it's a possibility again. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to explore the local area a little more, definitely. That's in my book, that's what I'd like to do.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think it is a project. I think there's a lot that we'd like to do to the place. And if we could get it for the right price, then we'd have the money to do what we want to do. I can see Jenny here. I can see that she's excited. I can see Marlo running around. I think the children would love it. It's good. It's all about the money.
Well, how about that, then?
Yeah.
Our mystery house. It's been rather exciting.
It has.
I like
it has.
Very much.
I had a good feeling about the mystery house this morning when we set off. Yeah.
Good.
It's great.
Excellent. Well, I'm delighted it's rung a few bells, as it were. I think the key thing now is to go and have a good old think about
Yes.
it.
Yeah, a lot to think about.
And we'll have a chat.
Okay. Thanks.
You know, one of the big questions that we always get asked on Escape to the Country is how many people actually buy the houses that you show them? Well, more than you might think. Here in Devon, Denise helped turn one lucky couple's dream into reality.
With their big £1.2 million budget, Lynn and Jonathan wanted to move from London to a country home that also gave them a sizable holiday-let business. Denise showed them a beautiful farmhouse with 5 existing holiday cottages near the hamlet of Huntsham. They were clearly very excited.
It's right there with your criteria, and it's bringing this huge smile out of you, Lynn.
Having fallen in love with the place, they bought it and moved in July 2010. So I caught up with them to find out how their life has changed since.
Give me some of the high points over the last, 18 months or so.
Well, people have been really welcoming, actually, from around here. We've had, when we first moved in, we had quite a few people come up from the village and to say hello, introduce themselves, and you know, offer to help out whatever they could do. And then there was a tea party in the village soon after we arrived, so we met most people in the village that day. And there's been various events and street party for the royal wedding down there.
Yeah.
And it's great. I mean, and there's young families there, and the locals have been really, really friendly and welcoming. So
Now, since you bought this place, we've had, you know, at least one, if not 2, pretty harsh winters. How have you found it? Were you completely snowed in?
it was. We were snowed in December. It was pretty harsh, actually. Yeah, we had frozen pipes in 2 of the cottages, and one burst when it thawed a bit. So
you became a plumber overnight?
Yeah. So
I think we're really geared up for another winter like that. Hopefully we won't have one quite the same. I mean, we have friends locally who run a similar business who actually have a tractor to tow people in and out of the property, which is quite a nice idea, isn't it?
So you'll be buying a tractor soon?
well, we've made friends with the neighbouring farmer, let's put it that way.
When they moved in, the holiday lets came with a turnover of around £68,000 a year. However, Jonathan and Lynn have built on this income with some very impressive results.
So talk me through the business now, because that's what this was driven by, wasn't it? You wanted a viable business, and you've got one here. The books are already quite busy, I gather.
We're pleased with the way it's going. The business this year is up by about 35%, so calendar year on calendar year. So
And that's just in a year.
35%?
yeah.
We've been working
So
very hard.
I bet you have. I mean, how much time have you had to devote to, you know, the main house itself, to your bit?
Very little. We still have 2 rooms full of boxes.
Do you? Okay. No regrets?
No regrets. I think we can
No,
look back.
I don't think so.
It's hard work. It is hard work. I don't think we realised how much work it really would be, but we haven't looked back, have we?
No.
But for anybody watching this now, what would be your parting words of advice for them?
I'd probably say do it. You know, I mean, we did quite a lot of research before we actually bought this place, and that was all worthwhile, and we ended up buying the right place for us. So the research was important, but actually taking the step and, you know, moving down here and starting a business, and that was, you know, that was a big step for us, and we're really glad we did it.
It's great to see that Jonathan and Lynn's efforts are paying dividends and that they have been successful in realising their ambition of escaping to the country.
Right, final part of the show, it's decision time. Well, let's just remind ourselves of all the excitement we've had and the properties that we've seen. The first one, the thatch, which you had some reservations about because of the thatch, but hopefully we've overcome them. Phil, what are your thoughts now?
First impressions were favourable, and I particularly liked the way it had the best of both worlds. You know, it was a new build, but in an old style. So, and I really did like that. But as we went through the property, it quickly became apparent that it was going to be too small.
So property number 2 then, altogether different, the kitchen, which you seem to really like.
I did like it. I must admit, on first impressions, it's really had the wow factor, and I thought, wow, it was great. It was just pristine. It was lovely.
The kitchen was the strong point, I acknowledge that. But for me, quite honestly, the rest of the house just didn't fly. I mean, from when we pulled up in the courtyard, I thought, it's not going to work.
I did feel I was pushing uphill a bit.
A little bit, a little bit. But I do acknowledge it was a beautiful house and beautifully well done.
Well, our mystery house, I had no idea how you two would really respond to it. But to my great surprise and pleasure, you really lit up.
Yeah, we liked it. I mean, the isolation factor for me is still a factor, and I'm still not sure about that. But no, it was very day family, wasn't it? It was lovely.
It was.
It was very us. It was good. We really liked it.
I have to say, it's really exciting. Or perhaps that's too strong a word. It's encouraging.
How are we doing in terms of you guys coming to Devon?
Yeah, I think this trip has definitely reinforced and reaffirmed our belief that Devon is the place to be.
I'm delighted we've been able to help. Fingers crossed, it's not a case of if, but when you move here.
Oh, I
Absolutely.
think so, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely when.
Brilliant. Well, as you can see, the sun is beginning to set. The show is nearly over, as indeed is the summer. This field of corn has been cut, the stubble is rustling under my feet. But what do I make of this little house hunt? Well, for a couple like Phil and Jen, who've moved over a dozen times in the 23 years of their married life, but who've only bought one house together, well, I think they found the whole process of house hunting itself pretty revealing. And I like Phil's parting thoughts, the idea that looking at houses is as much about figuring out what you don't want as what you do. And when you finally walk into something that actually feels right, well, as they themselves have discovered, the results can be pretty surprising. I'll see you next time.
If you would like to escape to the country in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or England and would like our help, then please apply online at bbc.co.uk/be on a show.